Madam, what is the case?
Sir, it's about my termination.
You are working in which department?
Judiciary.
Okay.
As a judge. I filed a complaint against then district judge. There was one complaint she filed against me. I myself filed an complaint against then CJ Mr. Varial against about his conduct, but no action was taken by district judge, and then he filed a complaint against me before the Registrar General, and this was taken at the time of deciding my confirmation.
नमस्कार, लॉ एंड जस्टिस की इस नई वीडियो में आपका स्वागत है।
Madam, what is the case?
Sir, it's about my termination.
You are working in which department?
Judiciary.
Okay.
As a judge.
Acha.
Lordship will come to the last order which was passed. Lordship's query was very specific. What is the difference between?
हाँ,
जी
this matter we have heard sometime.
जी
हाँ, madam, इसका
Yeah. Sir, regarding your query, which you said last time is to clarify the difference between dismissal and termination.
हाँ,
And by this honorable court, recently a judgment is passed on 12th June 2023 in matter of Krishna Kumar Kosaria versus State of Chhattisgarh
हाँ,
in para number 20, 21 and 22. In 22, the court relied on the learned Supreme Court's judgment on Motiram Dheka versus General Manager North Eastern Frontier Railway, in which the court found that has expressed that the said words mean nothing more or less than the termination of the service of a person's office, the effect of dismissal or removal of one from his office to discharge him from that office, that is to bring about cessation of service. Thus, the said words comprehend every termination of service of a government servant. Article 311, subclause 2, in an effect, therefore, lays down that before the service of government servant are terminated, he must be given a reasonable opportunity of suing cause against such a termination. And in para 21, the inquiry 22, the scope of the word dismissed and removed employed under Article 311 of the Constitution, India. Para 23, my lord. The Supreme Court in the matter of Purushottam Lal Dhingra versus Union of India has held that mere termination of service without more of such an employee would constitute his removal or dismissal from service, attracting Article 311(2) of the Constitution of India.
madam, you were on probation, na?
Yes, sir.
So please tell us. See, when you are on a probation, all right.
Yes,
Then,
sir.
and he is a confirmed employee. So what are the protection granted can be granted to a probationer employee? You are a probationer.
Yes, sir.
So what is the protection can be granted to you by the Constitution? Please tell us the.
Sir, it is the safeguard is granted under Article 311, subclause 2. In
How?
It says that if any
You are not. See, please try to understand these things. When you are on a probation,
yes, sir.
what is your status? Please explain on this issue first.
Yes, sir.
And what is the law which provides that the probationer has to be protected in what manner?
Yes, sir.
You are taking the judgment that will not help you. Prima facie, I tell you.
Yes, sir.
You are. Please go and search some judgment on probationer.
Yes, sir. I have searched.
Yes, please tell us now. Come to that judgment. Yes, directly to this judgment. What is this?
This is judgment passed by the Honorable Supreme Court in the matter of Registrar General High Court of Gujarat versus Jaisri Chamanlal Buddhabatti. In this case,
Which paragraph you want me to read
in
out?
paragraph 28,
Uh,
it says that
uh,
having gone through the silent judgments on the issue in hand, one thing which emerges very clearly is that if it is a case of deciding the suitability of a probationer and for that limited purpose any inquiry is conducted, the same cannot be faulted as such. However, if during the course of such an inquiry any allegations are made against the person concerned which result into a stigma, he ought to be afforded the minimum protection which is contemplated under Article 311 subclause 2 of the Constitution of India, even though he may be a probationer. The protection is very limited, which to inform the person concerned about the charges against him and to give him a reasonable opportunity of being heard. Having noted the facts as they have emerged on the record, can be preliminary inquiry conducted against the respondent in the present case be said to be an innocent one only to assess her suitability. Is it not apparent that certain aspirations were cast on the character of the respondent during the course of the conduct of this inquiry on her suitability? If that was so, was it not expected from a high judicial institution like the High Court to afford her the minimum opportunity to defend herself? In some sense, this court has observed that subordinate judges are under the care and custody of the High Court. This custody and care certainly requires the High Court to afford the subordinate judges the minimum opportunity which is otherwise available to every other civil servant under Article 311 subclause 2. My lord, this case is similar as my case because while deciding my confirmation, the standing committee dealing with the confirmation of my service, it took in that first thing was that I filed a complaint against then district judge on 25th April 2016. That was dropped in that meeting, and this meeting was held for the regarding the confirmation to decide the confirmation about my job. And the second thing was there were 3 complaints that was taken by the standing committee. That is in annexure R24, page number 414, in which first complaint is comment stated 30th January 2016 submitted by then District Judge Ambikapur regarding complaint dated 30th December 2015 by Anju Gupta, ADPO, against the petitioner. There was one complaint she filed against me. In that, it is humbly submitted by the petitioner before this honorable court that above complaint was filed by the Anju Gupta, ADPO, on 30th December 2015, and the comment on the same was sent by the respected District Judge Ambikapur on 30th January 2016, as mentioned in annexure P21, page number 366 to 369. But no action was taken against the petitioner till 31st January 2017. Till 1 year, there was no action taken against me. But it was taken at the time when my confirmation was about to decide. That time, the standing committee took this complaint before it. And this complaint was filed before the extension of my probation. But when we see the specific order, standing committee in its meeting on 24th January 2017, it's mentioned in the annexure R21, page number 408. That time, standing committee directed the Registrar General to keep ready the entire service record of the petitioner with 9 other judges of her bench, in my bench, especially after the extension was granted. This complaint was before the extension was granted to me. This complaint was in December 2015, and my extension was on 18th March 2016. And then second complaint was also taken. That complaint was made by the then District Judge Ambikapur against me on 30th April 2016. It is pertinent to mention that before this 30th April 2016, I myself filed a complaint against then CJM Mr. Varial against about his conduct. But he no action was taken by district judge, and then he filed a complaint against me before the Registrar General, and this was taken at the time of deciding my confirmation before the standing committee. And the third complaint was taken by this standing committee is a complaint 10th May 2016 by one R.S. Sukla, ASI. He complained against me, and that complaint was taken at the time of deciding my probation. And this complaint was also made after I complained against Mr. Varial, and also against when I complained against Mr. Varial and the District Judge Ambikapur at that time. I also complained about, because he has not taken any action against that CGM, I complained about District Judge and CGM before the portfolio check because no opportunity was given to me. So all these complaints were taken at the time of consideration of my probation. That's why I have to get this protection under Article 311 Clause 2 because the complaint were taken. So therefore this case of Registrar General High Court of Gujarat and Justice Chamanlal Buddha Bhatti is applicable.
Now, subsequently, the Honorable Supreme Court has also taken some other view in 2019 or 18. You have gone through with the judgment of it is arising out of, I think, Rajasthan se hai shayad. You just check up it up.
22.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, it's Abhay Jain versus.
Yes. What he says? What he says?
In this case, the matter was also about this additional. He was an
On a
additional.
probation.
Sorry.
He was on probation.
Yeah, he was also in probation.
Where your copy hai aapke paas?
Yeah.
Madam, don't tell yes, boliye.
Sorry, sir.
We are living in Hindustan.
So
है ना?
sorry.
Doesn't look nice.
Sorry, sir.